Israel is intensifying its offensive to destroy Hamas and remove it from power in Gaza. From just outside Gaza, we could see the massive explosions from Israeli airstrikes. Israel says it's using weapons powerful enough to collapse Hamas tunnels. We saw deep, penetrating bombs. Watch how much earth this one throws in the air. In the daylight, we could see the ruined skyline of northern Gaza. Israel is razing parts of Gaza to the ground, and more tanks and armored vehicles are moving in, along with armored bulldozers needed to clear paths in the destruction. We could also see what we can usually only hear, the constant presence of Israeli drones. Internet services knocked offline by Israel Friday have been partially restored by the Palestinian telecom company, so our crew could show us life inside Gaza City. It's becoming a wasteland. The humming you hear are those drones. Gazans call them mosquitoes. Israel says the operation is payback for Hamas's killing 1,400 Israelis and taking, by the latest count, 230 hostages. Gazans are getting desperate. The UN said its warehouses were broken into, people taking food and basic necessities. The staff at the Al-Quds hospital in Gaza City say the Israeli military is threatening to bomb it. Israel accuses Hamas of using hospitals as military headquarters, contrary to international laws of war. The Palestinian Red Crescent, an independent aid agency, shared with us this video tonight and says there are 12,000 people inside the Al-Quds hospital. Israel says Hamas uses them as human shields. The Red Crescent says it must stay open to continue providing services for hundreds of thousands of people in northern Gaza. The Israeli military today laid out its 3 military objectives: to disarm Hamas, to destroy them politically, and free the hostages. And say the campaign could take years or end tonight if Hamas drops its weapons and releases the hostages. There's no sign of that coming.
And back now with Richard. Richard, there's a new threat prompting renewed concerns that the war could expand to other parts.
Yeah, this was a threat from the president of Iran, an ominous warning. He said that Israel had crossed a red line and that it may cause everyone to take action. A suggestion, it seems, that Iran's proxies across the region could be mobilized, but haven't yet. Kate?
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.